Hello guys, I'm Duffer and welcome back to yet another Star Citizen video, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing and touring the Constellation Phoenix in 3.19.1. This ship itself is made by RSI, my favourite ship manufacturer, and is focused as a luxury touring ship. This comes with some reduced weapons and reduced cargo space to allow for the addition of a luxury model interior in section D, which is in the middle. I feel like they have used the space they were given very well in designing this ship, and it feels like hardly any of it is wasted, apart from the fact that luxury does nothing at the moment and it's just flashy and only for looks. But anyways, I do really like the white they've given its paint job, and it really feels like an upgrade when flying it, even if it's not. This ship comes with a full bar, dining area and a hot tub for your nice relaxing uses. It also comes with a docked P-72 Archimedes, which is a luxury snub variant, which is comparative to the P-52 Merlin found on the Andromeda and others. The P-72 it features an extra intake and a lighter hull compared to the P-52. The Archimedes delivers excellent handling and performance. The Phoenix also comes with a cargo bay which is wider than the other Constellation variants, allowing it to fit some wider vehicles easier. The Phoenix comes stock with a Lynx rover and a P-72 Archimedes. This is a very nice setup and allows you to get the basics going even if you just buy it from then. I'm going to split this ship into 4 sections and 1 floor, which you can see on the screen now. This ship also has 3 entrances. These include the main elevator, the main cargo ramp, and the airlock. So starting off with the ship tour, and we could enter the Constellation Phoenix through 2 entrances, the main elevator and a cargo elevator. I'm going to take the main elevator just for ease of use, but you could take the cargo elevator if you wanted to. Now this takes us to section B of the ship, but I'll quickly turn around and go straight to section A of the cockpit. And just to our left, we have a workbench. And to our right we have a shield generator. Moving a little bit further ahead, we have both the turrets combined into one. They have a luxury finish on the chair, and one on top of the other means that less space was taken up. Moving up from here, we have more modules to the left and to the right, and just in front of us here we have the cockpit, which includes the pilot seat and the co-pilot seat on either side. Sitting into this pilot seat, as you can see, we have access to 7 screens, allowing for each screen to be used for something different, and this is very useful and available to us, which means we can have literally like comms, weapons, shields, systems, thrusters, everything, EM signatures, target, and then still have more. And look, we have lots of buttons on here. This is great for a ship of this class. Coming out of here, I'm now going to take us towards section B of the ship, or the living quarters for the crew. As you can see, it's signposted on the door, but moving into here, straight away as we look down we have the airlock which I entered from, all nice and flush with the floor, and just above us here we have the airlock or the docking station. You can only use this one to enter through 0G environments, so it's very nice if you're in space. Looking down and to the left, as you can see we have a toilet mixed with a shower here. For some reason you cannot pull out the toilet, so I don't actually know if it's a toilet, but it looks like it should be. Going to the right of this, we have a little fire extinguisher room, and to the right of this we have access to 5 lockers. These are currently not usable, but if they are, then it will be very nice as you'll have 5. Moving to the right of this again, we have access to 2 weapon racks. Only 2, not 4 like I said in my last Constellation video. Going to the right side of the room over here though, we have access to the chair and table. This gives you quite a few different seats you could sit at, but you still cannot pull up this table, which is very annoying as I swear I've done it once but I cannot do it again. This is the only place of the ship where I feel like there's some dead space, as you don't really need a table here if you have all this luxury in the background, and all of these cargo little sections cannot even be used. This is not a disappointment though, as it's still there, just for your comfort. Moving towards the back of the ship, towards section C, but just before we get there we have access to 2 beds on either side. They have a nice luxury finish on them, and do look quite leathery. Moving in towards section C, and to our right we have a bedroom. Entering into here, as you can see, we have 1 bed. I love that it's made up and not just a solid block. We also have a small water tank to the left, but this doesn't have any animals in it, and a TV to the right. Moving across the hallway, and we enter towards bedroom number 2. Going into here, it's identical as bedroom number 1, but it's just a different shaped room. Bed, aquarium and TV. Moving out of here and just down the hallway, and we get access to 2 luxury chairs which have a great view to the outside. I mean, look at that view, it's just amazing. It's such clear glass, and you get 2 chairs this side. Moving just beyond this little barrier, and we have another 4 chairs with a table in the middle. Just to the right of this, we have a little cabinet with a TV on top. Unfortunately, whoever sits in this chair here and this chair here will not be able to see the TV, but they do get a nice view to the outside. And for missile systems. Moving just out of here and towards the bar section. In the bar we have access to drinks, which you cannot currently drink yet, but hopefully in the future. As you can see, water bottles down there, so hopefully you'll be able to. There's the bar. And moving around here, we have access to 2 stools we do. Now this is it for the bar, and moving down here we have a dining room table or a conference table. They have some very nice luxury chairs again. These are sat on a stool system, so you cannot swivel on them, but they're very nice. They also get a nice view onto the outside from here. I absolutely love the glass design of this place, as it just is so clear and you can see so much from it. Moving just down the hallway again, below us here we have the cargo section, but I'll show you this in a second. To the left here we have access to another aquarium-like place. This doesn't have though any fish in it either, but it does have a lovely little Constellation little figurine in there. Moving just around this we have access to a hot tub here. Currently you cannot open this up, but you would do with this door just here. I think I've done this before as well, but currently you cannot. You also get a nice view to the outside from here, which is a nice addition, and for missiles again. Just to the right here we have access to 1 module. For some reason the other one doesn't want to open up, but hopefully it will in the future. Moving to the right again, and we enter in towards the master bedroom. Going into here we have a double bed. No TV in here though, which is very disappointing. We have a nice view to the outside, and we have a nice glass pane allowing you to view the bar section. Unfortunately though, on the other side you can also see in, so you could be watched while you're sleeping. This does feel like a little bit of empty space. You could add like a toilet here and a little TV on one of these sections, but it's their choice. Closing this door, I will now show you the little cargo section. It's very nice and flush with a floorless entrance, and you wouldn't even really notice it unless you were looking for it. Going down into here, as you can see, you might feel a little bit claustrophobic as the wall is quite low down. This doesn't mean that it's got a low space of cargo though, as it still comes with 96 SCU of cargo, and you can fit a wide array of ground vehicles in here. You just have to be wary that you won't be able to fit something like a Nova tank in here. Going out of here, I love this elevator feature too. I wish they added that onto the Constellation Andromeda, but that gets flushed away with the floor, and on towards section D I go, or the snub fighter. Before we get there, we go through a little room which has some modules to the left and to the right. Going forwards again, and here we enter in towards the snub fighter room. This includes a P-72 Merlin. As you can see, there's a decent amount of space back here allowing us for us to enter into the snub fighter. Now this is it for the ship tour, and I will show you the snub fighter later on in the video. So time to move on to the weapons and manoeuvrability. And stock, this ship comes with 4 Omniski size 4 laser cannons for the pilot. These are gimbal mounted and are actually stronger than the Andromedas. They also deal more DPS. It also comes with 28 size 1 Marksman 1 missiles. These are kind of just to be flung at your enemy with not much care for if they hit or not within reason, as they don't deal the best amount of damage and tracking can sometimes be a bit iffy on them. This ship also comes with 2 turrets. Each of these have 2 Badger laser repeaters on them, which is not bad and allows you and your friends to help with combat. But I think everyone would agree that going into the snub fighter as a friend would be a lot more better than a turret. This is quite a good loadout, and it's nothing to put down, as I've shredded through lots of targets using this thing whilst trying to record this video, and it's just a load of fun using it. But moving on to the manoeuvrability of this ship, and it's not the best, but it's okay considering how big it is. Because of the shape of it, as you've probably seen, it's quite an odd shape, but it's within gravity. You can sometimes feel quite a bit of resistance when you're trying to turn, and whilst this isn't too bad, you can hold boost down and it will turn a lot quicker. So overall it's got semi-decent manoeuvrability but nothing to rely on. So now it is time to move on to the ship upgrades you can make if you want to max out its stats, of course, as like my other videos, without trading out ballistics. And to start this off, you should trade out with 4 Omniskis for 4 Light Strike 4 laser cannons. These can be brought at New Babbage. You'll be seeing New Babbage in most of these. Give the 2 manned turrets 2 FL-22s. These can also be brought at New Babbage. Trade out the Marksman 1 missiles for 28 Arrow ones. These can be brought at HUR L3. trade out the shields to 7 CA Nurgans, these can also be brought at New Babbage. Trade out the power plant to a Genoa New Babbage, these can be brought at. Trade out the 2 coolers for 2 snowpacks, these can also be brought at New Babbage. And lastly, trade out the Quantum to a Chimera, and this can be brought at Crew L5 or Crew L1. So now it is time for a price and an overview of this ship, and currently this ship is not available to pledge, but if it was, you would have to pay $350 or £279 2p respectively for a standalone ship. Now if you wanted to do it, you want to make sure you do it quickly, as it is stock limited for every time it is available, so you don't want to take any chances and leave it too late in the event. Or, you could buy the ship in-game for 5,658,800 AUEC. This is very expensive for this ship, so I would not recommend buying it in-game for AUEC. The best option with this ship is that you can rent it for 188,129 AUEC per day at rental kiosks. I also think you can rent it for 88,000 at New Babbage, but I cannot confirm this. This is the best option, and the one I would most recommend, as renting it is so much cheaper than buying it, and usually you only use the ship three or four times and then you'll be like, oh yeah, the other Constellation series ship is better. Now even though I would love to say buy for this ship, I'm going to have to give it a don't buy if you value your money in the slightest. As for $350, it's just way above the amount people should be willing to pay for an in-game ship, and for AUEC it's just not worth it. You might as well pick up the Andromeda or any other Constellation ship and have done with it. Renting it is not a bad option, but don't get me wrong, that is also expensive. But that's all I have to say about Constellation Phoenix, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's me, Duffer, out.